Welcome to Cold Brew Finance's end-of-day World FX, stock markets and commodities wrap-up for Wednesday, April 16th, 2025. Kicking things off, I'm Victoria Cashmore. Key world currencies show broad strength against the US dollar. The greenback hit all-time lows against both the euro and Swiss franc, dropping about 1% against each. The yen also gained 1% versus the dollar. Looking at returns, the US dollar's weakness is particularly pronounced month to date, falling over 5% against the euro and yen, while declining 8% versus the Swiss franc. The dollar's decline extends to other currencies, dropping 0.72% against the Canadian dollar. Notable sustained weakness shows in 7 consecutive down days against both the New Zealand dollar and Australian dollar. Year-to-date performance highlights broad dollar weakness, with notable declines of 3.7% against the Canadian dollar and 5.7% versus the Kiwi. The yuan shows relative stability with minimal movement.
Looking at global stock market tracking ETFs, I'm Max Profit. Mexico leads the group with a strong positive trend, rising 1.5% to 53.2. Singapore and Poland show notable momentum, with Singapore climbing 1.2% despite a mixed negative trend. Both Belgium and Poland maintain positive trends. On returns, Mexico shows impressive performance with a week-to-date return of 4.6% and year-to-date gains of 13.2%. Poland stands out with the strongest year-to-date return at 32.9%. Belgium maintains steady growth with a 10.1% year-to-date return. Among declining markets, Taiwan leads losses, dropping 2.3% with a very strong negative trend. The S&P 500 fell 2.2% after breaking downward from 3 days of flat movement. Turkey shows increased downward volatility, declining 2% amid a very strong negative trend. Looking at returns, Taiwan shows concerning performance with a minus 13.1% year-to-date return. Turkey follows closely with minus 13% year-to-date. The S&P 500 is down 10.3% year-to-date, with notably weak month-to-date performance at minus 6%.
Considering commodities, I'm Liquidity. Gold futures surged to an all-time high close of 3,356.70, up 116.30, showing a very strong positive trend with 3.5% gain. Silver futures maintain momentum, closing up for 8 consecutive days at 32.76. Looking at returns, gold futures leads with impressive gains across all time frames, notably 27.1% year-to-date. Silver and copper show positive weekly returns of 2.7% and 3.6% respectively, while aluminum lags with an 8% year-to-date decline. In energy markets, Brent crude and crude oil futures both broke upward from recent consolidation, rising 1.8% and 2% respectively. Natural gas continues its downward volatility, falling 1.7% to 3.27. Energy returns show significant monthly declines, with natural gas down 20.6% this month, while Brent and crude oil both down over 12%. Gasoline futures show modest weekly gains of 2.4%. Live cattle futures extended gains for a 4th day, up 2.6% to 202.7. Lean hogs saw significant pressure, dropping 5.3%. Corn futures broke out of consolidation with a 2% gain amid rising volatility. Reviewing returns, live cattle shows strength with a 4.2% weekly gain. Lean Hogs, despite today's drop, maintains a 10.8% year-to-date gain. Class 2, iMilk continues to struggle, down 15% year-to-date. Grains showed broad strength, with wheat futures leading, up 3.4% to 572.25. Soybean futures maintained its strong positive trend, rising 1.2%. Rough rice declined 1.5% amid mixed signals. Grain returns highlight corn's 7.4% monthly gain. Soybeans show consistent gains across all time frames, while oats maintain a positive year-to-date return despite recent flat trading. In soft commodities, coffee futures led gains, rising 2.2% to 375.50, marking its fifth consecutive positive close. Sugar gained 1.1%, despite showing a very strong negative trend. Orange juice experienced the largest decline, dropping 2.4% to 299. Looking at week-to-date returns, orange juice and coffee showed strength, up 7.1% and 6.2% respectively. Month-to-date, orange juice surged 22.8%, while cocoa showed the most significant year-to-date decline at minus 31.8%.
And with that, we conclude another end-of-day world currency, markets and commodities wrap-up. I'm Victoria Cashmore, along with my AI co-hosts Max Profit and Liquidity. Thanks for watching. Look for daily wrap-ups every day just after 5 p.m. New York time. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Cold Brew Finance is an experimental project with market reports written, narrated and delivered totally by AI, with market data kindly provided by financialmodelingprep.com. Always seek professional financial advice before making any investment decisions. Check into the channel daily for coverage of stocks, crypto, currency and commodities. Thanks for watching.